What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So today we're going over a bit of news, and basically just a lot of news today. We have information that Kalerva is definitely not going to be this week. I mean, it's Thursday, and yeah, it's not going to be out this week, honestly. So next week, hopefully, and we'll talk about some new features we actually learned about today on 7 Crimes of Kalerva. Not a ton going on in Warframe right now. Also, I took off yesterday for some family stuff. But I'm back, and I'll be doing videos back to normal every day and all that stuff. And I'll be streaming live tonight as well. So come stop by this channel if you have not already. And let's get into it. So basically, it is Thursday, and DE is going to be, they work Monday through Friday. They probably work on the weekends too sometimes. But yeah, 7 Crimes of Kalerva is not going to be this week. There is going to be a primetime stream tonight at I think 7 o'clock, 7 ET. They might announce the release date on there, but yeah, right now it seems like no release date, and it's definitely not this week. They're taking their time with it. But with these new features, at least we're getting a good amount of stuff. I'm assuming this will be the last big patch until TennoCon, which is late August, almost September, honestly, August 26th. So let's go over what the creative director tweeted out today about what some new features of this update will be. And just a reminder, we'll be getting a new frame, some new decrees for Duviri, and a bunch of other stuff too. So these are brand new things. Well, at least one or two of them are brand new things as of today we're learning about. So here's on Rebecca's Twitter. So things that we're going to be able to check out here. Gear preview for Duviri once you hit rank 4 in opportunity. So if you have the rank 4 opportunity intrinsic, you'll be able to check out what gear you could choose from in Duviri, like the cave and the circuit and all that stuff. So that's going to be requiring intrinsics to get to that point, but as you can see right here, there's your 1 form of Baruch, your 2 form of Equinox Prime, so on and so forth, and it'll be the same for weapons too. So this will be a big deal for saving you time if you're trying to do a longer run. Let's say you're trying to do, I want to get to rank 5 on the circuit to get my Incarnon at level 5 in one mission. Let's make sure we do that. So you want to be prepared to go a long time in there. Making sure you can check out your builds before you go into the cave. Maybe if you're organizing with your squad too, okay, dude, do you have Zephyr? Do you have Octavia? Do you have Frost? Etc. Etc. No, dude, I only have Sevagoth, Gara, and Equinox. Other choices are pretty bad. That kind of organization can be taking place with this kind of change. So that is going to be confirmed, and you're going to need rank 4 opportunity intrinsic. Moving on to these other 2 features she's talking about. One of them is actually going to be Steel Path Simulacrum. Yes, I guess the guy that hated the Simulacrum is definitely not working there anymore, because the entire reason, this is actually pretty funny, the entire reason the Steel Path was made was so people would stop being in the Simulacrum all the time to test weapons. If you want to dispute that fact right there, be sure to let me know, but way back when the Steel Path was originally created, it was basically created because one of the devs was frustrated that build YouTubers were doing all their builds in the Simulacrum and weren't actually playing the missions. But what we were saying is well, the enemies are level 50 on the star chart. Why would we not test our weapons in the Simulacrum? Because these guys are level 150 already. That's why the Steel Path was made. So just to put this in perspective, the Steel Path is, I believe, 100 extra levels versus a normal path version. Also, the Steel Path has increased armor and health versus a normal enemy. So if you put this Steel Path toggle on your Simulacrum, you'll be getting, so I think it's a level 195 is the highest you can spawn right now. So it'll be level 295, and then it'd have multiplied armor and health. That will be great for testing out weapons. I usually just go to Selkie or Ophelia to test out anti-Grenadier builds and all that, so that's cool. It won't be exactly the same as a mission, of course, because there's certain criteria. For example, Demolists don't run towards anything in the Simulacrum. They just stand there pretty much and attack you. So it won't be the exact same, but honestly, if you're testing out these weapons to use them in a mission, just go use them in a mission to test them out. So yeah, it's nice that we got that though. It's something that people will probably really, really wanted. I don't care about it as much, but it sure was funny that these enemies I'm killing with 1 bullet in the Simulacrum at level 195. It might take 2 or 3 bullets on the Steel Path. So at least we'll know how many bullets it takes now if you're going to the Steel Path and all that. So good change there. And the final change that Rebecca has tweeted about today is actually, I'd say probably the biggest deal out of all of these, because I'm not a huge needer of the Steel Path Simulacrum. Duviri defense missions will be reworked to have less waves and better pacing. So if you watch my video from last week where I said, here's what I would do to make all these missions on the circuit not like be doomsday, like a couple more weeks of this, like I can't even take it anymore, it's so boring. One of them was, I'd say, remove defense. And actually in the comments of that video, a lot of people said their suggestion was to make it less waves for defense. So that feedback seems to have been what DE is thinking too. So we're going from 5 waves to a lower amount of waves, unknown. I'm guessing like 3 waves, maybe 4 waves. Like if you chop off at least 1 wave, I mean, that's better. And that over time, she also said better pacing for it too. So I'm guessing that means enemies spawn closer, things of that nature. So here's the thing though. Will this make defense will it stop it from being the most hated game mode for circuit? Of course not. It's not. It's the same thing. They're just making it have less waves and better pacing. But if the defense waves are going so fast that it's like, okay, well, I mean, defense is faster than exterminate now. They added corrupted vor there. I'm going to run defense. Sure, I'm not leaving on defense. I'm leaving on exterminate now. So we'll have to see what these kinds of changes they make to it are. There is still the whole aspect of, yeah, the Thrax just going to blow up the console. But, they've made so many changes to the Thrax and all that at this point that if you're trying to go level 10,000 exterminate, or rather 10,000 defense, you should have the frames and builds set up to make that work anyway. So that's basically it for their tweet. The tweet. I do think there might be, I know I'm like the speculation guy at this point. I think there might be some information on the primetime today. As she said in the tweet, more to come on our next Warframe update, but this is some great quality of life features that we snuck in from the team. So, yeah, there's nothing here about the release date. Basically, there's more hype. I seriously am shocked in this update, guys. Okay, news part is over. I am shocked in this update. It feels like nobody else is trying to hype it out there besides me right now. DE is hardly talking about the update. Other creators don't even remember the update's happening. Lots of, people that play this game are like, wait, there's an update coming? It's like, yeah, there's 7 crimes of Clervo. Why do you think there's been no hotfixes like the last 3 weeks? Because you remember, they paused hotfixes until Clervo came out. That's why I thought it would be last week or the week before. I'm like, well, we're pausing hotfixes. We have to seriously make this as fast as possible. The game is still buggy. Don't get it twisted. I have not even unlocked my Latron Incarnon, or not Latron, Lato Incarnon, because a bunch of the perks don't even work. Why am I going to bother with a Lato Incarnon if the best upgrades don't even properly function? So I wish that they could do that. It feels like Galvanized mods from last year all over again, or I guess Galvanized mods are 2 years ago, where it's like, okay, we got them, but they don't actually work properly. Speaking specifically about Condition Overload for guns, not working for a long time. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but hey, at least this stuff looks good. I'll use Steel Path Simulacrum, I guess, just the one-shot stuff at the appropriate level now. And yeah, I will see you guys next time and I'll also be on stream very soon. I've got some new farming videos I want to work on stream today. I've also got that Garuda video it's going to be the new Felarx video, I'm telling you. I'm never going to actually release the new Garuda video, just like I'll never release the Felarx video. But I'll keep talking about it, because that's just how I roll. Alright guys, appreciate all the support, and see you next time. Peace!